You're listening to Wild, Hot and Healing, the space where growth gets messy, power gets claimed, and healing gets very real. So if you're ready to own your magic, move through your shit, and create a life that is fire from the inside out, then you are in exactly the right place. It's time to get wild, it's time to get hot, and it's time to heal. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, what's up everyone? So before we dive in, I need to tell you this. If you are craving a mid-year reset that actually feels good and not punishing, not overwhelming, then you are going to want to join my Wild and Healing 10-day reset that starts on June the 10th. It's going to be a mid-year detox for your mind, body and soul. A gentle, powerful, rooted in rituals, breathwork, nourishment and nervous system care. Everything for your body's been asking for. It's only £44 and it's going to give you the opportunity to learn about things like coffee enemas and all the other things that you may see that I'm doing on my Instagram. If you're interested, you can DM me on Instagram with the word reset or click the link in the show notes. Hello and welcome back to Wild, Hot and Healing. So this is your Get Your Shit Together drop for June, and I'm not here to mess around. We are halfway through the year, or nearly halfway through the year, guys. It is time to step the fuck up. June is the month where the sun is out, social events happen a lot more, people get really busy. And I always call it into a month because I believe it's a perfect time for a reset as well. It's halfway through the year. Where have we been? Where are we going? Have we done what we needed to? So June for me is always a time to look at resetting, to get myself ready for the rest of the year. And the days are long, the energy is so much higher this time of year, and this month for me is about you claiming your space, using your voice and expanding into the version of you that's not going to play small anymore. And I want to take you along for the ride. So today I'm going to share my no bullshit 3-step ritual, the one I personally use to get out of my fog in my brain and get back into my fire. So yeah, we're also going to be talking summer detox, nervous system healing, and how to stop abandoning yourself and setting boundaries when the energy around you picks up. So let's go straight into it. So June's energy themes are, it's Gemini season, so we've just moved into Gemini. So when it's Gemini season, that means that the sun is sitting in the astrological sign of Gemini, and it will sit there for around 28 days roughly. So the sun is sitting in Gemini, so anyone that has a birthday around the 22nd of May to around the 21st of June is going to be a Gemini. And Gemini is the twins. So it's curious, it's fast moving, there's ideas everywhere. It is the ADHD sign of astrology in my eyes. It is too many tabs open, mental overload, and it really is the season that's going to ask you, where are you talking about it instead of doing it? And oh my God, when I was writing the show notes for today's episode and I was doing my research and I saw that about the Gemini season, about where are you talking about it and not doing it, it cut me deep, guys, cut me deep. I have really been holding back over the past few months, talking the talk and not actually stepping forward. I had big, bold dreams and aspirations for this year with different things that I want to do, holding workshops. I'm a breathwork facilitator. I absolutely love holding space and holding circles, sacred women circles. And I've had a few hiccups along the way with some health issues at the start of the year, which meant I needed to slow down. But I think I've just been using excuses, to be quite honest, where I've just been talking about what I'm going to do and not actually doing it. And realizing, writing these show notes, that it's June, I'm like, holy fuck, Vic, you need to get moving. Stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about that later on in the episode. But yeah, ask yourself, where are you talking about it instead of doing it? Where are you talking about something you want to do and just never doing it? If you listen to the last episode, your words match your vibration. So when you speak and you say you're going to do it, you say it with conviction because your whole body and your whole energetic field says you're going to do it. And this is how we build self-trust. If we do not fully trust ourselves, how, by not following through with what it is we say we're going to do, we can't build self-trust. So that is by, if you say you're going to get up earlier, doing it, because then you'll start to believe, okay, I do what I say I'm going to do. And it feels so good to do what you say you're going to do. And how do we do that? We do that by setting realistic targets. If at the moment you get up at 7 a.m., don't set the target to get up at 5 a.m. It's 2 hours earlier. It's really not going to happen. It's really going to throw you off. Trying to pick something that's really achievable for you. Like perhaps at the moment you don't go to the gym and you're looking at joining. Okay, we don't need to go 5 times. Let's just aim for 2 or 3 for a few weeks. See how you feel. Fit it into your lifestyle. Do what you said you're going to do, because a lot of people fail. They do what they say they're going to do for a couple of weeks and then fail because they go so all in, they go all or nothing, then it becomes too much to manage and their nervous system just goes, fuck this, let's stop. And we see it all the time with ladies that empower her. They join and they don't anymore. We get them to slow down, but we've seen it in the past, I should say, is that ladies join us and they'll try and do absolutely everything in the first week or 2 weeks. They'll change their diet, they'll change their routine, they'll try to get to every class, they'll make habit changes, and they burn out. And then they stop coming and we have to message them to get them to come again. It's like they're restarting. And that's because they're trying to throw everything at it. That's why we say small steps. So the first steps are, if you're new to exercise, just get to the gym twice this week. You know, it's a new routine. You're building it around. Perhaps you need to have your tea later. Perhaps you need to get up earlier, however it works. Build it in slowly. Come twice this week. If your goal is to come 3 times, come twice this week. Come 3 times next week. Okay, start drinking a bit more water. Okay, the week after that, do you feel like you've settled in to get into the gym 3 times? Yes, great. Let's look at your diet then. What little small adaptations can we make? Can we start having breakfast? Can you remove one of the snacks that you're having in the evening? Just these small habits are going to build long-term sustainable results. And that's why we do things so much differently at Empower Her. I am so keen on doing things slow and steady. I'm not one of these people that will ever say to a lady, do this, that, X, Y, Z, and you're going to get really fast results. It's always about resetting everything, taking you back to your baseline and then rebuilding from there. And when that happens, when we do that, we see the most amazing results. The ladies that are with us have lost 3, 4, 5 stone, have done it over the period of a year, some maybe 18 months, maybe 2 years, where they've slowly changed habits and slowly the weight has creeped off to a point where it is sustainable for them now and they can't see themselves ever regaining the weight because this is their normal, this is their new baseline. So that's what Gemini season is going to do. It's going to ask you, where are you talking about it instead of doing it? And I'd love to hear, drop me a message, let me know, what is it that you've been talking about and you're not doing? And I'll hold you accountable. Say, okay, Vic, I said I'm going to do X, this is what I'm going to do. Just drop me a message, say, this is what I'm going to do. And I'll check in with you in a few weeks. You can let me know. And just by telling other people around you, telling your friends what you're planning on doing, it holds you a little bit accountable. For example, I logged off social media this week. I needed a week just to not be scrolling. I've got into some really bad habits. And people say, oh, don't post on social media if you're going to take a week off. Just take the week off. No, because my fans need to know that I'm not going to be there. Also, it holds me accountable by me saying I'm logging off social media and I log in and share something on my story or I reply to messages. I like a right donut. People will be like, she said she was logging out and she didn't. And I also believe people test you. I'll put on my story, I'm logging out of social media for a week. Someone will have messaged me. Let's see if she really has. We can't help it. It's human curiosity, but that's holding me and myself accountable. My community, my Instagram community, holding me accountable. She's logging out. If she logs back in, we can laugh at her with love, of course. So that's Gemini season. So within each season, we always have a full moon and a new moon. Sometimes there will be 2 full moons in a season. Sometimes there'll be 2 new moons. They will be called super moons. I'm not going to talk about that too much today, but there's always a full moon and a new moon. So when there is a full moon, the full moon will always be in the astrological sign that is opposite to whatever the sun is in. So we are in Gemini season, the sun is in Gemini season, so the full moon will always be the opposite star sign, which is Sagittarius. So we're looking at November, December. So full moon in Sagittarius is falling on 11th of June. So this is why it's really key to know your sun sign and your moon sign, because they're not necessarily going to be the same. The moon actually changes its sign every 2.5 days, but it will always be in the opposite sign for the full moon. That's why it's full, because it's opposite the sun. So the full moon in Sagittarius is a fire moon. It's truth-telling, it's expansion. And Sagittarius wants you to stop holding back. And it asks you, what truth do you need to say out loud this month? Now, this might be to yourself. You may need to just admit something to yourself. And it might go back into what I was just talking about before, about, is there something that you are saying you're doing and not doing, saying you're going to do and not doing? What do you need to admit? What are you tolerating? What's ready to leave you? And get real with yourself. Maybe you need to just say something to yourself out loud about what you're doing. Maybe it's a bad habit. Maybe it's a situationship you're putting up with. Maybe it's just something, a negative belief or thought that you keep saying to yourself. Maybe you just need to admit it to yourself. Okay, X, Y, Z is not working for me right now, and this needs to change. Saying it out loud is so powerful, and sometimes saying it out loud is the first step to actually making a change. And this moon is expansive, it's truth-seeking, it's bold, and it wants you to stop holding back. It wants to ask you, what have you done tolerating? So use this moon to get really real with yourself. What is it you need to say out loud, and start living your damn life? Stop playing small and start living your damn life. What is there inside you? And there will be. We all have something inside of us that's been held inside of us that we need to say out loud. And when we can say it out loud, we're going to find so much power in that. So really thinking about this on June the 11th, and the energy for the full moon, by the way, is around the full moon, before and after. Spoiler alert, if you take part in my reset that's coming up, we will be talking about the full moon and the energy around it as that starts. But what do you need to say out loud? Write it down, start thinking about it. And you probably know, you might have already said it while you've been listening to this. This moon wants you to stop holding back. So if you imagine June is the sun is out, it's shining, and this moon wants you to shine. Okay, so then also we have in June is the summer solstice. I love the summer solstice. I am a summer solstice baby. It's my solar return on the 23rd of June. And it's the longest day of the year. So it's a cosmic turning point. And I just want to touch on the sun and the theories out there about the sun, because people say the sun ages you. Spoiler alert, time ages you. So in the respect that the sun is constantly evolving and moving around our planet, and we're evolving and moving around the sun, I should say, that makes time go past, and it's time that is aging you, nothing else. The sun isn't making you older, and other than the fact the sun is stationary and we're moving around it, that's what's making you older. And I get really up on my little soapbox about the scaremongering tactics that are out there to hide and to cover up. And guys, please don't go out and get burned. That's not what I'm saying. But our ancestors worship the sun. If you go to Glastonbury, if you go to any of the ley lines in England, you go to Stonehenge, you go to any of the temples in Egypt, in Mexico, in Turkey, across the globe, there will be a celebration on summer solstice, because we celebrated the sun staying still in the sky. That's what it looks like in summer solstice. It looks like the sun pauses in the sky, and our ancestors worshipped the sun. The sun was worshipped, and that's what I want to bring back. Like, the sun should be worshipped. You know, when it goes, how do we feel in the winter? We don't feel as energetic. Worship the sun. Worship it. So, in the longest day of the year, which is a cosmic turning point and the light is at its peak, it is time to honour how far you have come. So ask yourself, who were you in January and who are you now? Is there something that you said you were going to do at the beginning of this year and you've not done it? I have. I know I've not done things I said I was going to do. I said I was going to do a lot of things and I've not done them. I said I was going to save a lot more money than I have. I had all these bold plans about my diet, about me cooking fresh food every lunchtime and meal prepping. Have I done it? No, I've not. I've done bits. I'm better. I'm a better version of what I was, but I haven't fully followed through with what I said I was going to do. And this all links in. So summer solstice it's a day to be celebrated. So if you are around the 20th of June, please get outside. Please get outside that day, and please just look at the sun without your sunglasses on. Another thing that bugs me. I love sunglasses for fashion, but please don't wear them before midday. It's probably why you're burning. Take your sunglasses off. Allow your eyes to see the sun. Your eyes are the portal to your soul, and your eyes need to see the sun. Your eyes, when they see the sun, they are allowed to then tell the rest of your body, hey, produce vitamin D. Hey, produce melatonin so we don't burn. Sunglasses are great, but just don't be wearing them all the time. It's not just from a health perspective, but from a spiritual perspective and from a non-burning perspective. Take your sunglasses off. So please get outside on summer solstice or around that time. It is actually a weekend this year. It is on a Saturday, I believe. Get outside, or maybe a Friday. Get outside, go and see the sun, spend the day in the sun, stay outside until it sets. Go and find a place to go and look at the sunset. Go and see if you can watch it from a place, one of your favourite places outside. And just remember that our ancestors worshipped the sun and worshipped that day. It is a powerful portal on summer solstice, a powerful portal, powerful. And then after summer solstice, it's a very important day because it is my solar return. And then Cancer season begins on around my birthday, so I am actually on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer, but I am a Cancer. The sun was in Cancer when at the time I was born, and Cancer season begins, and there is a new moon, and the moon's home sign is Cancer, so the moon is coming home, and that's around the 26th of June. The new moon is going to come into Cancer, and it's a coming home to yourself. It is a time for reset, for rituals, for boundaries, and asking yourself what needs to feel safe in your body, in your home, in your inner world. The moon is coming home into our home sign of Cancer, and this is a time where it can really make us feel really good and grounded and safe in our body. Is there any boundaries that you're needing to set? Is there any rituals that are going to help you feel held? I'm going to be sharing some rituals below that's going to maybe help with that, but just really taking the time around that new moon as it moves into its home sign of how is your home that you live in the physical, your home, your body. Are you not serving your body? Is there things that you need to do to honor your body better? Do you need to have better rituals in place? Do you need to have a better diet? Do you need to be drinking more water? What can you do to honor your home, to honor the home that your soul is traveling through this lifetime with? Your body is your body is your vessel that carries you through this life. What do you need to do to look after that home, to look after it more? For me as well, June being halfway through the year, it is a perfect time for a reset, and it's a moment where your inner fire and your external energy is going to align. And I always do a mini reset or detox at this time of the year because it just helps loads of reasons. But one, it's halfway through the year, so it just feels really aligned. Just reset my body at that time of year. Also, summertime, it's a little bit more social. There's going to be more festivals or going out, so I just want to give my body that head start by just doing a little mini reset and mini detox before all the holidays, maybe the drinking, maybe the eating kind of commences, so to speak. And actually, when I do that, it allows my body to absorb more light and vitamin D. So when you are in more of a detox state, you're less prone to burn, so that helps with that. It also boosts my digestion and helps my skin, so I feel like I am glowing, not just from the sun. And it really helps my nervous system regulate as well, so I don't burn out midsummer. But also, if you imagine if your liver is already under a bit of strain, because our livers detox everything that we eat, no matter what it is, and everything that we put on our skin, all the chemicals, everything that happens, the liver detoxes. And if we're about to put our liver under maybe a little bit more strain, if you are going to be going to festivals or going on holiday, maybe drinking a bit more than normal, then what a way to help your liver by just giving it a little reset. Here we go. Let's have a little reset. Let's cleanse you a little bit before I'm going to just put you under a little bit more pressure for the rest of the year. And that's why I love doing a mini reset or mini detox at this time of year. And my body is craving clarity just as much as my mind. It's a real time just to have a really short pause. It's normally only around 7 to 10 days. It's not really restrictive. It's not super restrictive or anything like that. It's just enough to just reset my body and just give it thanks for the last 6 months and just hold it through the next 6 months that it's got coming, because I always find summer is a lot really full on, just with time, with holidays, with social events. So it's not about punishment or pressure. It's about, like I said, coming home to yourself. In a season where everything around you is blooming, like why not nourish yourself as well? Nourish yourself so it can shine. It can be a beautiful flower that's going to shine as well. Okay, so my 3-step reset ritual. So the first thing that I always like to do is clear the noise and cut the shit. So I like to just take a few moments. I'll sit down, I'll clear some space, I'll light a candle, light some incense, and look at what I am carrying at that moment in time that's not mine. Like perhaps I'm holding on to some energy that isn't mine. What am I like saying yes to that's draining me? What is taking up space in my head that needs to go? I think we're all guilty of this, but I'm really bad for it, is just holding into stuff in my head, like really overthinking and holding things in my head that I just aren't serving me and that need to be released and that need to just go. So spending a little bit of time at this time of year just to really look at what am I holding on to? Is there something that I'm saying to myself that's not allowing me to really shine, or is it holding me back any way? And looking at what have I been saying yes to, where am I overthinking instead of acting, and what am I taking up space in your head that needs to go. So I will post this journal prompt in the show notes, but what is taking up space in your head that needs to go? So step 2 is about cleansing my space, my body, and like I mentioned, the detox that I normally do. It's about clearing away anything that I don't need. So that may be in the physical. I may have a little clear out in my house, just have a look at things that maybe need to go. But also within my physical body, I'll do a mini detox, a mini reset, just to really reset my system. And I'll try and get to water, like bodies of water. I'm a Cancer, my sun sign, and I'm really drawn to being around water. But I'll just try and maybe take more baths or go for some wild swims or just be around water more, because it just feels like it cleanses me as well. And really looking at maybe my handbag. What am I carrying in my handbag I don't need to be carrying? What am I carrying in my backpack that needs to go? And just looking at clearing stuff from my physical body and my surroundings and my environment, and seeing what can be cleared. Because when I am clear and things are cleared away, it's going to allow me to step into the next season, the next 6 months, because there's less clutter around, there's less stuff that's just making me not feel like I am aligned and distracting me. It's like clearing my desk before I do some work. If there's too much stuff on my desk, I'll get too distracted. I need to just clear it and make sure that it's feeling good, and just looking at things like that. Having a look, what's one thing I can really release at the moment? Is there a bedroom that needs clearing out? Is there a wardrobe that needs clearing out? Do you need to spend more time? Do you need to detox? Do you need to exfoliate your skin? What can you do that's just going to nourish your body and give you a bit of a clear out, so that you can really feel like a cleared and reset for this next season? And when we are a clear channel, we're able to receive downloads. Everything's going to feel a lot easier. When we're thinking about our next step to take, our next move, we're going to hear Spirit, God, Universe, Source talking a lot clearer when we're clearer physically. So when I do my detoxes, it is a time that I actually find that I'm more likely to possibly start speaking light language. I can feel things coming through because my channel's clearer. Like I've detoxed, like energetically, physically, and from my environment. It can make you just, this is when people have a lot of awakenings after a detox. Like they really will maybe deepen their connection to spirit or source, or have more creative ideas because you're cleared away. And they say that the priestesses and priests of our past, our goddesses, would have done detoxes quite regularly to allow them to be clean, a clear channel, to be able to have that connection with God, spirit, source. And number 3, in the summer months, my ritual changes slightly from being an indoor ritual to I commit to daily grounding and sunlight. Daily commit to welcoming Father Sky, welcoming the sun, saying good morning to it, spending time gazing towards the sun without my sunglasses on, without my glasses on, to allow the light into my eyes. I commit daily to that, and grounding. So barefoot in the grass, in the sand, just outside, because 1, it helps with inflammation. 2, it just helps deepen my connection to Gaia, to Pachamama, to the earth, to Mother Earth, and to Father Sky, because we spend so much time inside. So much time. Kristen, the girl that works for me, she was telling me that she has an app that times how many hours outside she is a year. And I actually can't remember the number, but it's really hard to get to what you'd think would be easy. I can't think if it's like maybe 100 hours. Trying to get to 100 hours outside is like really hard. It's not an easy, I don't know if I've got this number right, by the way, guys, but it's a number that it's really hard to achieve. And you're like, what? How many hours are there in a year? And you add it up and you're like, oh my goodness, it's 0.5% is outside. So in the summer, I really just try to be outside as much as I can, really trying to get the sun on my face, the land under my toes, and to really just be out in the air, not trapped inside. And that means taking my laptop outside. That's so be it. I love being outside anyway, but just really trying to be outside so much more, making a conscious effort on a weekend to not be inside, even if it just means sitting in the garden, or just getting more fresh air, because it trying to counteract what's happening for the rest of the year when we're in the colder months. It's about this month. June is also about light because of the solstice. It's about welcoming the light and seeing the light and being in the light and being out in it as much as possible. So just committing to grounding. So that's the 3 things that I always do this year, is to just clear the noise, look at what was draining me, what am I overthinking on, what am I not acting, what's taking up space in my head that needs to go, like really clear the noise and clear things away that's not helping me. Maybe that's my diary, maybe there's things I'm doing behind the scenes on the business that doesn't need to be done, that's not helping move the business forward. And then I do a clear and reset. So that's physically, emotionally, and in my environment, to help me be a clear channel for the rest of the year. So just clearing everything away, resetting my body so it can deal with the next 6 months, and I can feel like a clearer channel, and then committing to being outside, grounding, daily time with the sun and the earth. And this just makes a massive difference to how the rest of my year goes. So let me know if you try any of these. And I mentioned before a couple of times, this month always makes me feel so alive because it is my birthday month. It's my solar return. And I always feel the call to rise even louder, if that is possible, than ever. But every year I have to choose it again. I have to choose to show up. I have to choose to clear the crap that is holding me back and move towards what matters. So that is my main reset focuses for June, is to just simplify my life and to not allow myself get caught in that energy of, oh, I'm older. No, I'm fucking wiser. I'm wiser. That's what's happening. It's fine. And trying to embrace this joy of life. Oh, yes, I've got to experience another year. I've got to experience another birthday. Like, how lucky am I that I'm getting to experience another birthday? And to just feel it always feels like a reflective time, but I think that always happens to a lot of people at halfway through the year. They're like, oh Christ, it's halfway through the year, it's 2025, halfway through, I can't believe it. So I think my birthday also falls around that energy as well, of people being like, oh my goodness, we're halfway, I need to get stuff done, or what's coming next, or I'm getting older. So it's that time. So I always, like I said, I use it to reset, to bring in different aspects of health that are going to make a difference. And that's why I always choose to do a little mini reset at this time of year, and it helps me shine for the rest of the year, and it helps me feel great for my birthday as well. So yeah, I hope that these help you, these ideas that I've been given, for you to just feel alive. And in my birthday month, if it's not your birthday month, that you're going to feel alive too, because the sun is high in the sky and it really is a portal for energy. So like I mentioned at the start of the podcast today, if you are craving a deeper reset and you want to join me on mine, I'm actually going to be opening my reset up for people to join me that I do every year. And it includes nervous system healing, a bit of ritual, some breath work, and real nourishment. So I always lose a few pounds when I'm doing this. It's not always my intention, but there is always a little bit of weight loss. I create some great habits, or reinstate the habits that I've maybe slipped on for the rest of the year. And it's just 10 days. And I always do it leading up to my birthday, so that before my birthday, I feel absolutely amazing. And if you've been following me on social media and you saw that I'd done the detox, it's like a mini detox. We're not going to be rummaging through our poo, but there will be an invitation, and I'll teach you how to do things like coffee enemas, different scrubs that you can do, natural scrubs that you can do that help your body detox, different things that I love to do that's going to help the liver for the coming months of enjoyment, of socializing, how to make sure I'm getting enough sleep, all these different practices that I do that really just help realign my energy and really bring me back to being an energized and reset version of myself. I'm going to be sharing everything with you, and yeah, doing it along with you for sure. So if you think something that you would like to join, the enrollment is open. All you need to do is check the show notes or DM me a message on Instagram or Facebook saying the word reset, and I will send you further details. Anyone that joins within the early bird, it's going to be just £44 for the 10 days. And once you've taken part in the reset, by the way, you will have access to be able to do it again. I hope that you want to join me. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really excited to actually do it with people, because I do it on my own a lot, but now we're going to be able to do it in a community, in a group, keep each other going. And like I said, it's not going to be super restrictive. It's not going to be anything. If you've got social events during the same time, you'll be absolutely fine to do it. It's actually going to show you how to weave into your daily life these little rituals that actually help your body detox at the same time, even if you are having a social event, are going out. It's just some little things that you can weave in. Some stuff you might not want to do, some stuff you might want to do. You might want to do all of it, you might want to do some of it, but it is a reset, and I'm super, super excited to do it, to have some of you doing it with me. So DM me the word reset or check the show notes for the link on how to join. And that's it. That sums up today's Get Your Shit Together for June, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And just remember that this is the month where the sun rises the highest in the sky and shines the brightest. So you should shine with it too. You know, you don't need another plan. You need a ritual, one that's going to just pull you out of your noise and back into your truth, into your home. As the sun is in the sky and the moon returns into her sign of Cancer, her home sign, how can you return home as well? So let this be the month that you stop talking about it and start to actually do it. And let me know how it goes. And hopefully I will see you on my reset. Thank you for tuning in to Wild, Hot and Healing. If today stirred something in you, I'd love it if you subscribed, left a review, or shared it with someone who really needs this energy right now. And if you're ready to go deeper into your body, your strength, and your healing, you can find out more about my wellness community, Empower Her Health and Fitness, and how to work with me at my website. You can also join my email list for rituals, resources, and podcast extras that I don't share anywhere else. All the links are waiting for you in the show notes. So until next time, stay wild, stay hot, and keep